Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1156, and that is in continuation of on communication skills, and today's topic is verbal and non-verbal communication. So when we are talking of verbal communication, I am going to discuss some of the important factors how to improve our verbal communication. Verbal communication means first thing is that your word is your language. Your word is your messenger. You are going to send some message to other person. So if Mr. A and B is there, so it is very important to know whether we are understanding in terms of language or not. So if our language understanding is not there, it is meaningless. That is called verbal communication. For example, I am giving my personal example. Once I went to Saudi Arabia for Umrah, lesser Hajj. So in Haram Sharif, I was sitting and somebody just came and he just pushed me, one Arabic person. He was speaking in Arabic language and I got up. And I could not understand what he's saying. And I was talking in English, that what is problem with you? Why are you pushing me here and there? Then again he started talking. So it was just like that he's reciting Holy Quran. Luckily one person was there side by me. And he said, sir, he's not happy with you. I said, why? He's not happy. I have not done anything wrong to him. He said, no, he's saying that you are not properly sitting. I said, then he is communicating me, but I am not able to understand what he's saying. Tell him that, okay, what direction he's saying, I will take that direction. What I mean to say, there was big communication gap, and it was because of language. And because of language, because of words, we were not understanding. That is called misunderstanding because of communication. And lot of problem comes because of such type of misunderstanding. And we don't have vocabulary. And competency in language, vocabulary and competency is very important. For example, here in Maiduguri, the local language is Kanuri. So whenever I am going for marketing, I don't have vocabulary much, only few words. So I will say, Lafia, Gira Lafia, Ya Harkorki, all these things. And after that, I will not talk and they will laugh. They will understand that my limit is only up to this. And they don't understand English. I am talking of local villagers. So here also in local society, your understanding of environment, understanding of all the situations, circumstances also plays important role. If you are going to any new place, the person who is there for 15, 20 years, his understanding of all communication and language will be far superior as compared to you, because many places you may not be knowing. So only through communication you can understand. So that's why communication requires language. And nowadays in artificial intelligence, there is one language programming that is playing main role. And our language may be English, French, English, French, Spanish, Hindi, Hausa, Fulani, whatever it is. There are hundreds of languages in the world. And nowadays, because of this digital age, this is my recommendation at school level, to all the secondary school or primary school level, because they have very sharp, fertile brain. They can learn very quickly 4 or 5 languages. So it is better to be multilingual, because you are going to communicate a lot. It is now international platform. Lot of jobs are available in different languages at different platform in different countries. That's why nowadays communication is playing very important role, and what type of language you are using in communication, that is going to determine your a position at international platform. So that is about the verbal. Your word is your message. Your language is your message. Your speaking any language is your understanding between two. And if you don't have that same language to compete each other, you cannot understand. So communication is very important for children to understand. Then come to non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication, when we are talking, here body language plays very important role. So non-communication means your body language and your body first is eye, second is face, expression, and third is movement of head. So when we are talking of non-verbal communication, here this your body language plays very important role, and body language depends upon first your eye contact. Eye contact is the most powerful communication tool in the world, and your 80% communication goes in first meeting with your eye contact. I mean, how you are looking in eye, lower the eye, upper the eye, how you are treating with eye. That is, with people will understand with your eye contact that whether you have evil eye, whether you have affectionate eye, whether you have loving eye, like that. And also eye contact and looking at anybody, looking into eye, looking in eye is playing very, very important role at different places. And sometimes it is good and sometimes it is dangerous. It brings conflict and murder. For example, I will give you one example in Afghanistan. One girl was passing and one boy was looking, and he was having first or second or third look at that girl. Her grandfather was sitting side by road. He warned the boy that you should not look second, third, fourth time at my granddaughter. Next day, third day, again he warned, and third day, he brought the gun and he killed the boy. That this boy is bad. He's keeping bad eye on my granddaughter. It happened in Afghanistan. So that is communication by eye. Sometimes very dangerous. In Saudi Arabia, for example, if any lady who is going to complain against you that somebody was having second, third look at me, you will be arrested. That means your communication by eye is bad, is evil. Some people were warned and were arrested. So the eye communication, the most powerful tool, is very important tool, but at the same time it is very dangerous. Our children at primary, secondary level should be taught. It happened once in my house. Somebody came to meet me. When he left, one lady was there. He said, "Who is he?" I said, "Any problem?" She said, "Yeah, he looks very bad man." I said, "How you can say that he's a bad man?" He said, "Because of his eye. He's looking at me. I could understand that his eye is having evil intention." So you can see how people can read, can communicate by eye. So in that body language, there is non-verbal communication. eye contact is very important. In Nigeria, especially North Nigeria, this is my, I have noticed one thing, that if suppose in rural area, where our elders are there, and if any young boy is talking to him and looking into his eye, it is a disrespect to elder person here. Because once you are talking to your grandfather or grandmother, your eye should not be like this, your eye should be like this. But if you go to metropolitan cities, maybe like Abuja or Lagos, if you are not keeping eye contact, you are not looking into eyes, they think that you are running away. You are not giving any importance. So that's why the eye contact, place to place, person to person, gender to gender, has different communication meaning. And children has to be very clear, and they should be very clearly taught that this is also one of the most powerful tool of communication, that is your eye contact. The second is head movement. Head movement is also one of the body language of, that is non-verbal communication. If somebody is coming, if you are not in favor, sometimes your head will be like this, or you will be doing like this. It means you are not comfortable. You are not positive with his any request or anything what he's saying. You are not in agreement with that man, what he's telling. So your head movement, sometimes yes movement means yeah, I understand, I know. Sometimes you are doing like this, means no, I disagree. So automatically your head movement will tell your decision. That is the non-verbal body language communication. And third one, your face expression plays very important role also. If somebody is visiting to your house, after ringing the bell, when you are receiving and your face is dull, like this, come in. No, it's not the way. Your face expression should be smiling, should be relaxed, should be affectionate, should be welcoming, should be gentle outlook. It's not frown and non-welcoming type of face. And they will understand. We understand when we are visiting somebody. It happened to me several times. We can understand by looking their face that yeah, his attitude is non-welcoming. And after that, we stop going, we stop visiting. The reason is that unless we are welcome, we should not go and disgrace ourselves. Everybody is self-respecting. And because of these non-verbal languages, you can protect your self-respect. You can protect your dignity. And once you understand somewhere where you are visiting, his face expression is positive, welcoming, you will understand after seeing. Your eye contact is communicating positively. His head movement up and down, left and right is positive. Then only you can understand that you are welcome there. Otherwise, very gently, if you see all these three components of non-verbal movement, of eye, of neck, of face expression, just keep away, keep distance. So these are all very, very important factors. So here number one is, that is verbal communication. And it is the method of using words for sharing message with others in mutually understandable language, be it English, Hausa, Kanuri, Hindi, Chinese, Arabic, French, and Spanish, any language. You have to use these words in the form of language to communicate. Your verbal communication comprises oral message. That what with words you are, with the use of language, you are giving or you are exchanging, that is called oral message, and that uses words of any language. That's why I have mentioned that In Saudi Arabia, he was talking in Arabic. I was thinking he is reciting the Holy Book, Quran, and actually he was abusing. And I was talking in English. So he was not understanding my language and I was not understanding his language. That's why we were not understanding each other. And that is called misunderstanding. And misunderstanding brings lot of problem during communication. So it depends upon the words of a common language for information shared between the senders and receivers. I am sending some words and he is receiving. Once he understands that word in the form of language, only then he is going to reply, to send again. So that is the meaning of verbal communication. Number 2, the components which make verbal communication are effective, that is language competency. We should have language competency. Suppose in Maiduguri, I am not competent to talk in Kanuri, so I don't have Kanuri language competency. If I am in Kano, I don't have competency of Hausa language to talk in Hausa language. So I will be always using English, and some local people, they are not competent to talk in English. So there is no competency of language. So there should only good understanding, good message, good talking is possible when there is full competency of both languages. I mean the receiver and the donor. The one who is sending the message and the one who is receiving the message. If both are competent, if both are in Hausa language, is very good. Both are in English, is very good. Both are in Hindi, is very good. But if there is some lacking of competency of language, always some misunderstanding will come. And that's why in most of the meetings on international platform, always some interpreters are there for different languages. So that is, about the common language for information shared between the senders and receivers. Number 2, the components which make verbal communication are effective: language competency, vocabulary, general knowledge. All I have already told you that your vocabulary is very important, your general knowledge is very important. And here let me give one more example where the question of vocabulary comes, and also it is combined with your confidence. One chief engineer, he was very senior, in senior position in Maiduguri University. It was in some, maybe it's 20-year-old ago, 92, 91. He used to visit my house. He told me that, Professor Khan, no, at that time I was Dr. Khan. So, Dr. Khan, I like teaching, lecturing. So why not you arrange 2 lectures so that let me try. I said, okay, no problem, I will try. You are engineer, you are mechanical engineer, but of course you are first degree holder. So there is technology course, SLTTP course, and the director is known to me. I will request him, because since you are first degree, you will not be taken in engineering college. So he arranged 2 lectures in a week. So he came to deliver 1 lecture after 1 month preparation on some mechanical, mathematical problem. So he came to my house. He said that today I am going to deliver lecture from 9 to 10 a.m. I said, good, wish you all the best. Just after 10 minutes, he came sweating and his face was red, his eye was red. Then I asked, what happened? He said, Dr. Khan, believe me, just after 5 minutes, I forgot everything. And then nothing was possible. What to say? Whatever I prepared for whole month, just within 5 minutes, I just talked 5 minutes after that, everything escaped from my mind. It evaporated. I said, maybe because it is first time. So you can again try. Maybe next week, you can prepare for second one. So in second lecture, maybe it will be okay. So again, after preparing the lecture for whole week, he came for second lecture. Again he went. Again, same thing happened. He came back after 10 minutes. He said, no, Dr. Khan is impossible. Whenever I'm going there, after reading for 1 week, 10 days, everything is there in my head. I can talk, I can think, I can imagine. But when I'm facing these students, I used to forget everything. Then I said, it's okay, chief engineer. Teaching profession is very delicate and it is not possible for everybody. So just go and mind your business. Go and do your mechanical work as a chief engineer. And teaching profession is not very good because you are lacking knowledge and vocabulary. And that's why here communication plays very important role. There are many people, they are very, very good. They have deep knowledge of their subject. But once it comes to communicate, to express to others, to part their knowledge to others, they fail. They can be very good in surgery or in internal medicine or in ENT, so many specializations, nephrologists or urologists, all. But to deliver the lecture, no, is art. It's very sophisticated and definitely it requires lot of vocabulary, lot of knowledge and lot of confidence. So lecturing is very, very delicate. And here, it is only possible to deliver the lecture once you have the competency of the language, you have the knowledge, you have the vocabulary. For example, if somebody is asking me that, Professor Khan, come and deliver the lecture in Kanuri language, my position will be the same like that chief engineer. Even I will not be in position to stand even for 2 minutes because I don't have Kanuri or Hausa vocabulary. So competency of the language to communicate with others is very important. And here knowledge and type of knowledge. When I say nowadays type of knowledge means where there is deep involvement of, that is called ICT. That is internet and communication technology. Means internet and email and Facebook or Twitter. Lot of YouTube is there under ICT, and that is also pouring lot of knowledge to you in communication, in your science subject, in your social matter, political, all. So that is also one of the powerful tool that is called ICT. The second one is that is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication means, as the term indicates, non-verbal communication comprises the gesture and the posture of your body. This is playing very important role. Your gesture and posture of your body language, which supports your oral communication. According to Professor Albert Mehbian, actually Professor Albert Mehbian, I'm going to write there. Professor Albert Mehbian was the professor of non-communication, body language, very expert. So according to him, whatever you are talking, the verbal word or language you are communicating, the contribution of this one is only 7%. People will take only 7% seriously. 93% goes to your body language, your eye contact, your face expression, all together. So you can understand, according to that Professor Albert, that 93% to get any work done is your body language. It's not your verbal words or language. So number 2, according to Professor Albert Mehrabian, One of the pioneer in body language science is well known scientist in body language, reading the body language, that is Professor Albert Merabin. According to him, the spoke words only account for 7%. What I am speaking, it accounts only for 7%, and for what listener perceives, the remaining 93% originate from non-verbal signals, such as speaks, body language, and that your body language, hand, mouth, and all these is 55%, and the tone, your tongue tone, what it is implied, that will be in the form of word, counts 38%. So it is so important, that is 93% goes to your body language. Then number 3, eye contact is the most powerful tool of communication. It is direct, most powerful tool of communication. The way we look at anyone, someone often reveals our feelings. Actually, here again, the way we look, that is, while in eyes, or we can say, looking into somebody's eye, on her or his face. So one of my colleague was there, and we were together. So my one colleague, here it happened in University of Maiduguri guest house. We went to receive somebody. So one lady was there, and my friend, he was looking into her eye, twice, thrice. Believe me, he scolded. He came and asked my friend, "Gentleman, have you never seen the girl or women in your life?" He said, and he was very smart, He immediately replied, "Yes, not like you." So what I mean to say, she felt offended that into her eyes and on her face, he is having first, second, third look. And after, out of embarrassment, she mentioned this thing in front of me. "You have never seen any women in your life?" And his reply was very, very competent, I can say, "Yes, madam, not like you." So that is how the eye contact is, communicating. And anyone, someone often reveals our feelings towards the person at that moment. For example, in village, in North Nigeria, I know about North Nigerian village. I don't know about southern part of Nigeria, especially the Borno state. Looking into an eyes of elderly person. If somebody is your grandfather, 80, 90-year-old, and you are talking and looking like this, is disrespect. Elderly person in considering rude and bad behavior. So if you are talking just straight, looking into his eye, his very elderly person is a bad behavior, and it looks that you are rude, you are not gentle person. While in mega cities like Lagos, Delhi, New York, not looking into the eyes with others while talking is taken as the sign of deception and disrespect or ignoring the person. So while you are talking in mega cities, you have to look into the eyes. When you are talking to somebody and you are just looking there and talking, he will feel that you are ignoring. And I also noticed one thing, body language, communication. I was going in New York City with my daughter. So it's very common, people, they have lot of dogs, pet dogs in their house, and they will go with there. So for every dog, my daughter will say, "Oh, he's so very nice, oh, he's very beautiful." Okay, she will say, "Thank you." Then I asked my daughter, "Why you are praising all these dogs? Good, nice, very beautiful." She said, "No, Papa. Here it is the communication culture. We have to say that it looks beautiful to their pets. Then they will be comfortable. If suppose I am passing without saying it is nice or good or greeting, they will feel that he is a useless person. He is not civilized person. He is not taking note of me and my animal, pet animal." So all these things we should teach to our children, young generation, because we are going to face international community with different meaning of our eye, our body language, and our words, verbal and non-verbal communication. So with this, I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture. Again, I wish, and my good wishes also, I wish that let Nigerian schools, they include one chapter on communication skill, and let all children at primary and secondary level, they are taught the meaning of communication skill and its importance. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.